Batman Superman issue 7 tells the story of Kandor, a shining beacon of Kryptonian culture until Brainiac stole it, shrinking it and putting it in a bottle. The city was rescued by Superman and put in the Fortress of Solitude for years, where the citizens learn to live the life they have now got in peace. Soon, however, Ghul arrived, destroying the city and killing everyone on board. Finishing his recount, Zod knows that it was destroyed because the House of El didn't do what needed to be done, but Zod won't let that happen again. Retrieving the pieces of the city from the Fortress of Solitude, Zod flies away. Superman and Batman meanwhile fight many different threats and villains, all while Superman knows that it's the little things that get you. He knows that both their stories began with loss, and they both deal with it in the same way, by drowning themselves in the work. Batman knows that Superman is haunted by what the Batman Who Laughs has done by infecting the other heroes as they arrive at Stryker's Island. Superman hates going there since it and its accompanying graveyard are full of people he couldn't save. Batman says that their algorithm that they developed to track potential threats led them there to the graveyard and to the grave of Clay Ramsey, the Kryptonite Man. Clark knows that he should have done more to help Clay, but Batman knows the man was dead the moment he was caught in the kryptonite explosion. Clark knows that someone could have used the parts of his body for something, as he can feel kryptonite is close. Batman's scanner, however, says that the body in the grave is clean, but someone was at the gravesite recently. Suddenly, a ninja with a kryptonite sword attacks, but Superman grabs the blade, burning himself on the kryptonite. Batman defends his fallen partner, battling the ninja until he's blown back by a laser blast. Batman recognizes the fighting style as the ninja is revealed to be Ra's al Ghul, who quickly tries to escape the encounter since it was unexpected. Superman grabs him, however, demanding that the assassin tell him why he is there for the kryptonite. Ra's says that it's because of General Zod, who, while left Superman on good terms, still decided to try and form an alliance with Ra's since he wanted Kandor. Superman says that's impossible since Kandor was destroyed, and Ra's knows all about that, and that's why Zod wants his help, since he can resurrect the city with the Lazarus pits. Ra's of course rejected his offer since he knows the madness the pits can cause people. Zod forced Ra's hand, however, forcing him to destroy his own pit, but he knows Zod knows of the others around the world and he will stop at nothing to get what he wants. Batman wants to arrest Ra's, but he says that there is no time for their usual games since Zod is already on the hunt for more of the pits. Batman says that they will deal with Zod, but Ra's knows the locations of the other pits, so he's going to go with them, but he's going to go in his own ship, the Demon's Wing. On the trip to the pit, Batman tells Ra's that he knows he's lying, and if he finds out he is going to break every bone in his body. Ra's reassures him that he is not lying as they soon arrive at the Temple of Quetzalcoatl, a place Zod will definitely come since Superman's X-ray vision cannot pierce the temple walls, and the League of Assassins protect the place. However, going inside, they learn that the entire guard regiment has been taken out. However, they are still alive, which is a good sign. They soon find Zod, confronting him at the pit. Zod says that if Superman wishes to honor the truce between them, he will let him do what Kal-El couldn't. Superman asks why Zod is doing this, and the general says that their people deserve better than to meet their deaths at the hands of a mongrel like Ghul. Superman tries to convince Zod that it's not the right thing to do, but notices the city is already empty of its people, and Zod has already put the tiny Kryptonians into the pit. Soon hundreds of Kryptonians rise from the pit, immediately getting their superpowers as Zod proclaims that Kandor lives once again. Batman Superman issue 7 was a fantastic beginning to this Kandor story arc that really reminded me again of the old Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness Superman Batman series from the early 2000s. I love the narration from both Batman and Superman this issue about throwing themselves into their work in order to deal with loss and tragedy. I thought it was fantastic after the events of what the Batman Who Laughs did with the infected. I also enjoyed all of the action this issue had to offer, along with Nick Darrington's wonderful and fun art. Joshua Williamson really has a great handle on these characters and gives them a really great voice, and I'm looking forward to seeing what exactly an army of tiny, undead, fully powered Kryptonians are about to do to our heroes and our villains. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.